Welcome to Parish, a video podcast that celebrates, equips, and focuses on small churches and why they matter so much.
I've stepped into smaller and smaller places. The older I've gotten, the more experience I've had in ministry.
Regardless of how much I'm paid, regardless of whatever the hours, I'm full time.
People are yearning for places where somebody knows their name.
When you have a smaller community and the ability not only to build that equity with each other, you are able to navigate disagreement so much easier.
And more, I'm embracing what I call the theology of messiness.
The truth is, 85% of churches in America are less than 200 people, but the majority of available resources are not geared towards or even given by small church leaders. We want to be a part of changing that.
This microphone, is how in the modern era we demonstrate power.
We feature small church pastors, leaders, and members who are committed to seeing the kingdom of God expand in our time, regardless of how many people come through the door.
I probably would challenge those of us in small churches. Are we just trying to make a big church? We don't have to conform to the pattern of the church world. We can be transformed.
You have to get really creative.
We are starting to see more small churches happen.
The painter can't do anything until they've chosen their canvas.
We will discuss challenges, redefine success, and cover a variety of topics with experts who look at big issues through a small church lens.
When we talk about politics, we're really just simply talking about the ways that we decide to live together in a society. It's just the processes that sort of organize us.
It's about helping to shape and frame the minds and the hearts to be able to address the myriad of things that are justice related in our culture.
And that's what justice calls for, the restoration of the individual, of the communal and societal, and the structural.
Influence is the currency of the digital age.
Right. It wasn't for lack of trying that we didn't become a large church.
The rural community needs churches, and they need pastors.
This is becoming the predominant culture post-Christian, and now, how do I manage and lead a congregation or a group through that?
Join us as we dive deep into issues facing the small church and what it can look like to view our small churches as an asset rather than a liability.
It kind of becomes a blessing that you don't have enough resource to, feed 10,000 people in a food bank, but you can feed 60 families. So you will know them by name.
The kingdom is not about comfort and convenience. The kingdom is about representing what Christ has brought to us and trying to model it.
And when Jesus said to turn the other cheek and to love your enemies, he's saying no violence is okay.
But you know what a peacemaker is? A peacemaker is incredibly disruptive.
What if the goal was that people experienced freedom through the gospel?
When you turn your water faucet on, when you drive on a street, when you walk on a sidewalk, all of those things are your local government providing services.
It's never going to be perfect, but can we use the system for the sake of our neighbors?
Maybe we also would be able to model his behavior in a way that the society around us would marvel at our Christ-likeness, not at our ability to win for our side.
There's a lot of us small churches who haven't really ever had these kind of conversations before, even with each other.
In a small church, it's really hard to hide. It requires more sacrifice and commitment, surrender, right?
Jesus said, you're supposed to throw away your life, and if you throw away, you're actually going to find it.
So that it could be said of us, there is no one in need among us.
What a beautiful opportunity to be exposed and to see the world the way it is.
What is me living in this place, me going to this school, me driving in this direction, me eating this food, me disposing this garbage, me, working where I work? How is this affecting my neighbor?
From Vineworks Film Company, I'm your host, Canaan Hurst. Welcome to Parish. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.